Hello. Um, I'm just filming this video because I had some important information to. I had a announcement to make. Um, okay, so I'm trying to think of the announcement I had to make. Um, I'm also just trying to um, waste time right now. Um, Alright, so I'm just gonna stare at the camera maybe for a few minutes till I think of something to say. Okay, so I feel on top of the world today. I have some advice for all of the people out there who get lazy and who just feel stuck because they listened to something that somebody else said, and then they sort of felt trapped because of the thing that other person said. So today I'm just going to be talking about about getting out of that. um so for me, when I feel trapped, sometimes it just helps when I think of when I think of all the things that people said. Sometimes people will give you advice not to love someone who doesn't love you back, or not to like someone who doesn't love you back, or like you back, I mean. So for me, sometimes it just helps for me to be okay with liking people who don't like me back, or being okay with loving people who don't love me back, or being okay with hating people, or being okay with not liking people just because it helps me move sometimes. If I just feel stuck, I can't move or anything, just thinking that I love everything, or like everything, or love everybody, or hate everything, sometimes that just helps me. It helps me. I try not to think about too much of the negative stuff for very long, but sometimes it'll just help me sometimes it'll just help me figure out a way to get up, or get out of bed, or just not caring whether or not somebody else likes me or hates me, and just sometimes I'll have to work, and that's the thing I gotta do. I gotta work. I don't really have to. It's not really my job to sit here and think about all the reasons that other people don't like me, or the reasons that they do like me. If that's gonna slow me down or prevent me from working. Sometimes it's important not to it's important to do your job, I think, but it's also important to not to enjoy yourself while you're working as well, and not just fall asleep on the job. If you just feel depressed or whatever, and somebody's driving like super slow right by me, so they're doing that. Well, somebody else was doing that, but I'm just gonna keep filming and hold this. But yeah, they're driving really slowly, so I don't know, it's just kind of weird when people like creep around in their car. I guess they're like a security guard, so I think they tend to do more of the creeping while driving than most people do. Well, yeah, I think people who are like security guards or cops creep around more in their vehicle than most people do. Yeah, and earlier, I don't know, it sounded like somebody ran over a cup or something. Sorry, I was getting distracted by the stuff going on in the background. Yeah, just making this video, like, again, just in case you weren't listening, I was just saying, like, sometimes you gotta be okay with your thoughts, or, yeah, okay with some of your thoughts, and, like, not to get, like, trapped into, like, just thinking over and over again about what one person said. Yeah. Or sometimes not to get trapped into thinking over and over again about what a lot of people said. I think that's also important. Yeah, the security guard's creeping by again. Yeah. Yeah, and I was saying earlier, to be okay with your thoughts and to not really get obsessed with what one person said or what a lot of people said, and sometimes it's good to just work, like, don't let things get you trapped. And I don't know, sometimes it also helps to sort of like think how the same way that the people around you are thinking. But not always. That's not always the best way to live, I guess. Like, especially when you have goals. Yeah, I don't know what this video was completely about. I was just talking about my thoughts and about not being trapped in goals and working and stuff. Yeah, well, yeah, that's all I have to say. Alright, bye.